I was with Ellum and Blau, and XQC comes and sits down next to us. And then I was like, whoa. And then I felt poor. I was like, what in the... This guy's crazy, dude. I can't say what he was doing, but it was a lot. I was just like, geez. And what's funny is that every time Ellum would play, like, we would start losing. Like, the whole table would start losing. And then when he would sit out, we'd all start winning. And the lady working it, she was like this funny little Asian lady, and she eventually looks at Ellum, and she's like, you suck. Wow, you suck. And I was like, oh, come on. She's just like, he would lose everything. And I was like, bro. And if Ellum was playing, I was like, I would like lower my bet immediately. The second Ellum's sitting out, I was like, I'm going in. And he's like, what? Come on, guys, come on. But so the lady just straight up yelled at him, you suck. And it was the funniest thing ever. It was like another funny thing that happened was like X was sitting there at the table, and then a fan came up to him and like asked for like a chip or something, and I think X gave him a chip, and then the lady's like, who's this guy? Like, what? He just gives out chips. And then we're like, oh, he's like a famous streamer, celebrity, and she's like, oh, and those are your fans, like, who's that? And he's like, oh, it's like a fan. And then she goes, I'm your fan, and he's like, what? And she's like, I'm your fan. And he flicks over $100 chip, and she's like, oh, and then she goes, I need help with my house. I need help paying off my house. So he flicks another chip or something, and then she throws the chip back at him, and she says, I said my house. And he's like, what the? And then he throws it back at her. She's like, nah, I'm kidding. And it was just so funny. Like, the lady was so sassy. She's just like, so funny. Like, the dealer was so funny. I couldn't get over it. She was just like cracking us up the whole night. She's just a funny lady. So eventually we just get up, rotate around. I don't even know. I met up with, I was supposed to meet with Timmy and like, Timmy's friend Bronzy, roommate Bronzy. And then like Bronzy works at 100 Thieves, and I like try to meet up with them. And then I met up with them, and then, we played at this 25 minimum blackjack table, and I was like, nice. I want to like, just like, like playing big hands makes me stress. So I was like, okay, can we just play at like a nice $25 minimum table? We made some friends with a guy named Marcus behind us, and his friend, and Marcus was just like behind us the whole time, like, you double that. Book says hit, but what? He's like, I always play by the book. And he was just like telling us what to do the whole time. And I was like, I know how to play, but I was like, oh, so what should I do here? And he's like, oh, well, ace and a 7, you have, that's good. You should double against a 6. And I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll double that. And then, he was just, yip, yap. And so, yeah, we ended up playing that night. Got a little I ended up tilt betting like crazy. I was playing all these side bets. I love it. I was like, you can bet if like the dealer is gonna get like it's called like a fortune something. Like, I like doing side bets. It's not the smart way. Not that there's a smart way to gamble, but there's like dumb things you can do. I was making arguably dumb decisions. Blau was doubling on 12s and shit, and like every time Blau would do some dumb double, the guy had to like flag the pit boss. He's like, he's doubling on a 12, and the guy's like, okay, like this guy's an idiot. Like, just flagging the pit boss. Like, gotta let you know that this isn't a conscious decision this guy is making. I was like, dude. He's like, 13 double. I was like, bro. He's like, face down. Can I get a face down? And the dealer's like, we can't actually do that because you could bust, right? And he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I was like, why are you doubling on 13? He's so stupid. It's so funny though. So the guy, every time they had to like let the people know, like, this guy is doing this. Yes, it's an active decision. Okay. So then what happened after that?